One thing, this is the one thing I want to close out. This is the one thing I'm thinking about. When I train, it's like my mind is focused, but like all my thoughts are there, but it's calm. It's like not stress. And some of you know that Ultimate Warrior was here. We filmed. I used to speak with him a lot. And I listened to this audio recording I have of his that we did at the Underground Strength Conference. And I'm going to do that again. We're going to get that happening again. And he spoke about something that so many people ask me about, which is, you know, succeeding. And the Ultimate Warrior said, man, it was fucking awesome. Sometimes I listen to it when I train, when my kids aren't there, because he curses so much. But he speaks about how when you're young, you're ready to be one of a kind. You're ready to be original. You don't care what other people think about you. You don't care. You don't want to be like anybody else. And he said that, he goes, and I've seen the websites. He goes, I'm a fucking idiot. Who doesn't like to waste time on the internet, right? Everybody laughed, because a lot of times it can be a waste when you fucking just watching what everybody else is doing. And he said, that's the problem. You're all watching what everybody else is doing, and that's when you're figuring out what you think you should do. You're waiting for somebody to give you permission. You are looking what everybody else says on their website, how they do this, how they do that, how they train, how they live, how they eat. And then you say, now I can do it. And he said, look at your thumbprint. He goes, that's what makes you one of a kind. And he said, anybody who created something amazing, it had nothing to do with it making logical sense. It just didn't make sense. It was fucking about them being original and having an idea. And he said, as you get older, your originality can get stolen from you. In a way, it could get stolen from you by you allowing it. You follow everybody else. You're a fucking follower. You know, we call that sheep. I hate that shit. So you're following people. On the other hand, it happens when you're around the wrong people. The people who influence you the wrong way. People that are angry, he said. So they steal your creativity. He said, but then you come across people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, artists of all different types, and he says you see that they've reclaimed their originality. They've reclaimed and once again found themselves, found their uniqueness, because they got away from the people that held them back. And it could be teachers. You know, I used to be a teacher. We've all had negative teachers. It could be the friends that you hang out with, unfortunately. It could even be the closest people in your life, your family members. Man, what he said, fucking be one of a kind, be original. And the other thing he said that resonates with this aging thing is he said, you know, at the time that he spoke, he was in his 50s, 2 years before his passing. He said that, you know, when you're 20s and 30s, things change just a little bit. You get to those late 30s, early 40s, things do change. And then in their 50s, physically, you change a lot. And he said, put everything you can into your days of you being like a fucking physical beast. He said those years, your younger years, and I say this to my athletes all the time, when you're at your strongest and you have that window of opportunity, put all your heart into those times, that window of opportunity. And I won't lie, this is the year that I'm feeling that quote unquote, you know, oh, I feel it in my age. When you're young, you have that physical power, that animal inside you. And that's why I push people so much at all ages to always be strong and tough, but especially the younger ones. You have that window of opportunity. And that's some food for thought for you guys, some warrior wisdom. Close out with you guys. Make sure you get to the podcast on Stitcher and iTunes. Check us out at undergroundstrength.tv. If you're new here, subscribe to the newsletter by going to the Start Here tab and follow us on social. Thanks, guys.